What is up, and welcome to another episode of the Miseducation of Music. You are here with J-Treb as always, but today I have a special guest in the building. Look, we are in the new space, and I have the rapper, the singer. There's some more things behind that. We are going to get into it today. I'm so excited. We got NaomiG in the building.
Hey,
What's
y'all.
up?
We right here.
We right here. We on both of them. That's what I'm saying. Hit them whatever angle. That's awesome. Look, I'm so excited to get you in here, and I was telling you about it a little bit, and I want to say it on camera too, because you reached out to me, but I had already heard your music, and I was so excited. Like when you reached out to me, it was like, "Yo, can I come with?" Yes, immediately, immediate yes. So like I like tell people like my first exposures to them, and when I was doing my research for the episode for the third, who's like awesome, just awesome artist in the city, I saw that you all had a song, "What You Waiting For," together.
Groovy.
I love that track. I love that track. And I believe that is the time period that I started following you. Yeah. So it was just so awesome to see this now come
that was
full
like
circle.
2 years ago.
I love it. That's why I'm just
I
love not pressuring stuff though, because I feel like it all happens at the right time. I was in a completely different stage of the show. Now you get to be here in a new space and everything.
Well, hey.
That's what I'm saying. This is so awesome.
That just made me happy. I didn't even know that. Because I sure was wondering, like, okay, how the hell you following me already? Like, what's...
I keep my ear to the ground to the music in the city. I love it. Because, I mean, you also got some connections. We're going to dive into some stuff today. And we're going to talk about some stuff. I love to start it off. What was your introduction into this? Like, how did you get this love for just wanting to make music?
Okay.
Like, a lot of people love music, but making it.
I love making it.
I was about to say, making it is different.
Honestly, from the beginning, my granddad bought me my first piano when I was like 12, okay? And he got me into, he used to call me Alicia Keys, okay?
That's hilarious. So
Naomi Keys, Alicia Keys, Naomi Keys, whatever he wanted to call.
He
was. And I'm not mad at it because it's look at what the fuck what's happening. But yeah, he bought my first keyboard, then he got me into this music school on Saturdays. It was called Merit School of Music, and I just focused on classical.
Yes, we got a lot of people from the city who went to Merit.
I focused on classical, contemporary, and R&B. Okay,
so you were classical, contemporary, and R&B, and that's how we get the Naomi today?
I was only studying classical for 7 years. I was at school for classical and jazz and that aspect of music. I just started recording, like branching into this industry, like within the last.
This is like recent.
Years. I'm telling you, last 4 or 5 years.
So you were doing classical longer than you've even been doing more of the like. I don't even want to call what you do like even like R&B or new contemporary. You're creating a lane that I love so much with your sound. Because like I mean, when I hear a song like Over East Girls versus I hear like the track you just recently like I'll Be Yours Tonight, like. The duet, like it's how much you can do in music is amazing. So I don't even want to consider it one genre. Like you're across the board.
I'm doing that was because I had the foundation with classical. I had the foundation with jazz and all that, and I learned the actual the theory behind music. Like why is this chord so common in R&B?
It's like why does this sound so pretty when I put it next to this one? And everybody likes songs that go this one.
And then they can sing the next melody because it's predictable and it's catchy, and they already know that chord progression.
Just take them right around the corner. Just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just back around. Oh my God,
it feels
I love
good.
That.
So yeah, that was my introduction. I just took it from there, and now I'm in this bitch.
That's awesome. Now, around this time of you listening to the classical music, what were some of your inspirations? Whether it be classical or like, did you know you were gonna slip into some R&B in the future? Like, was it in the back of your head where you were like, I know I'm gonna throw these vocals out at least at some point here?
Honestly, no. It's a little weird. I went through a few different phases. So when I did focus on classical music, it was more so on the folk side. So like Billy Joel and just a lot of different artists and shit, different languages. And I was trying to figure out how to make it sound more modern. And so during that period, I was like, I
modern
composed.
Billy Joel? Like,
I need some
from
modern,
an Italian restaurant, Billy
shit.
Joel?
I need some shit. He had this song
Billy
called
the
And So It
Kid.
Goes.
Okay. Because I'm like, are you talking this doo-wop era?
And
what was you trying to bring over?
In every heart there is a room. It was given doo-wop. It was given that renaissance.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to make that beauty of that side of music come into my world and the shit I be around, because I grew up in the hood. I grew up around people who we only listen to the same type of shit. People who, they put me on to the same thing. So it's like, how can I make it sound more palatable to them? So I started composing. I started transcribing music. And throughout my high school career, I went to Chicago High School for the Arts. I composed. So I used to hear instruments and just try to transcribe it onto paper, sheet music, and just do stuff like that. So with me doing that, I just started learning like, okay, maybe I want to be into music supervision. Maybe I want to just be in the behind the scenes.
It's like maybe I'm the one who just does all the music and hands it to you.
Because I'm okay with that. Because at first I was like, I don't know if I should be on the forefront, you know? Like, I like being in the back. I'm cool back here because motherfuckers who know, they know.
I was going to say, did you have any time periods of going between the back and the front at this point, or was it all back in?
Yeah. But what I considered the front is me actually chasing it.
Okay,
so I don't
so it was like you might have ended up in a little group or something, but like it wasn't all intentional.
Exactly. True. Like it felt good and it was everything, but I was so like studious and trying to just be, I don't know, get a degree in some stuff. I was like, can I even do this? Like, can I even be an artist?
Is this an option?
Yeah. And to be completely honest, I like towards my senior year, I was in a class, it's called Integrated Arts, and we learned about different arts, dance, and we learned about everything. And my friend was like, I don't think you should be behind the scenes. It's not giving that. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, you are not that girl. Like, you need to be, your voice speaks to people. What you doing speaks to people. Even if you don't sing, just your energy, it speaks. And I think that's something worth, speaking for. And I think it says a lot. And so he said that to me, and he's very prophetic. He's very prophetic.
It was like he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, I trusted him. I trusted him real bad. And I heard that, and I went to college, and yeah, that's when all the other opportunities started coming in.
Got it. Okay. So that's that foundation that got us there. That's so awesome. Now, I love to know that part of the story because I feel like in those portions are when you really did have to make like some decisions as to like, is this really me? I mean, even saying that like your friend is the one who had to like kind of speak that to you for you to even like throw it in there. I want to know from your standpoint, when did you start feeling comfortable enough to like come from, like what was the, I guess, I don't know if you remember the moment, but yeah, okay. I was about to say, what's the moment where you was like, okay, I'm kind of cold. I'm kind of cold. Like that song you made where you was like, y'all can't tell me nothing.
Absolutely.
I know that's hot.
Okay, so when I was in school, I got accepted into the John Wall Foundation.
Yes, okay, shout out. That's definitely in my notes. I wanted to hear about that.
So that was in 2018. I auditioned for them at the beginning of 2018. So I already went to Seattle. I was in school, and they reached out saying, you got it. So I was like, okay, bet. And, I was like, okay, I'm just fly back out. Because at that time, I was already going through shit. So I was like, I just need a sign. Like, just tell me a sign. I'm in school. They paying me to be here, but I hate this shit real bad. So, like, should I still do music? Like, what is going on? So... yeah, that was that reminder. They sent me that email. I flew back out, and I met Pivot Gang. I met so many Chicago artists.
I was about to say
Woods was there. Mick Jenkins was there.
That's a big hug of Chicago there. Like that's where it's like, you're inside of a group.
Baby, that was the first time I actually been in that type of scene though. So that's like before,
so awesome.
I was only in school. So I'm back in Chicago for something I'm doing. I was like, okay, bet. So yeah, they gave me a scholarship. I met so many people that night, and they became such an amazing foundation for me. Like mentorship. I'm on the board of the foundation now. So it's like
oh wow, that's awesome.
We in here. We locked in now. But yeah, I think just seeing the people who I looked up to, during high school and just saying like, okay, so it
was kind of like a validation thing.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Now, a little bit about that John Walt process, like what even kind of led you to apply for it? So for those who don't know, like could you describe a little bit about what it is?
So the John Walt Foundation is a non-for-profit, got started in 2017, 2018. After the passing of John Walt, he was a Chicago artist, rapper, amazing. He got killed in 2017, and in honor of him, to keep going with his legacy, they started a foundation. So they award 5 Chicago area scholarships with recipients with scholarships and resources, mentorship programs, workshop programs. We do back-to-school giveaways. We hosted Tip Festival. We did a lot of Palooza, just a bunch of different things that can help the Chicago.
Yeah. Just like
help the
good community events. Like I love to see it so much because I mean I've been seeing it with the John Wall Foundation as well as the Delacroix Scholars. Like it's just so wonderful to see like wow, the artists of the city stepped up so intensely. These are people that were in my headphones all throughout high school, and they are now making the difference in the world. And even like hearing you're back on the board, like that's so wonderful. Like it's the legacy's working. People are really reinvesting back in.
They are.
It's so great,
and they did amazing with that. They still doing amazing things, and I think what just makes the foundation stand out so much more is that it's in-house, it's in-home. Like that was they homie, who, you know, their cousin, her Michelle Pugh, she's the founder, that was her son. So it was like, it hits different to see people and artists benefiting from the legacy, benefiting from what they've created and what they were able to keep sustaining. So it was like, you know, you just value it a little more. So that's why they my family now. You know, like they hit me up, they check on me, I check on them, and we pretty much locked in. So that was like that was the validation I needed. Like, okay, so I gotta be worth something, because I was
they see something in me. They see something.
I was the first one to get the scholarship. I was the first one they actually got. Wow. They pulled into the foundation. The only musician. So it was like I was the only musician, and they are musicians. So it was like,
somebody is really saying something about my craft here.
Yeah, and they like it, and it's like, dang, why they like it? But you know, it makes sense. At the time, I got into the foundation with my piano skills and stuff like that. So that's kind of why everything is just full circle for me.
That's what I'm saying. And then for it to grow past into where it is now. So like you start off with the piano. Inside of this program, did that like become the place to foster this new form of creativity? Yeah. Where you were like, how am I gonna figure out how to throw this singing with it? Yeah. And then like Loki, I can rap too, and then like Loki, I can sing, and like was this like all just happening over the course of like those years in college?
Mm-hmm. I not college. I did 1 year college, and I dropped out after I got the foundation.
Awesome. Okay, so that was you really got the validation.
Baby, all I said was I needed one sign.
Look, I was
you asked God for a sign, and He gave it to you.
I was in college looking for my sign, and I finished the whole degree and never got mine.
That's still wrong.
Look, hey, it's fine. It's fine.
That's
Look,
still,
I was sitting there waiting. If I would have got one, I would have been with you too, though. I would have been like, no, I'm back in the city.
Absolutely.
I'm out.
No, that's all I needed. I said, God, if you give me this one sign, I promise to God I will not let you down. And He was like, all right, girl, let's see what you do with it.
He said, look, I'm going to give you one.
You do with it. And baby, I've been seeing. So, yeah.
That's so beautiful.
So Pivot Game introduced me to my engineer, friend, producer at the time. His name is Young Savoy.
Awesome.
We met, and we started fostering my sound for real, like each other's sound. And that's when I started doing like the singy, rappy stuff, you know? And I started figuring out, I probably could rap. Because when I was a shorty, I used to rap like on Kick. In a little group.
Yeah, I was about to say, we can talk about Dope Ass Chicks. I got that in the notes here. Like, I did have a few questions. You know, I recall your rap career starting before then, you know?
Oh, wow. All right. I like you. Damn, it just got real hot in here. Okay, yeah. Me and Young Savoy, we started fostering my sound, and I just started tapping in and just started trying new stuff. And we had did one song called Mother Nature. And I was actually just talking about my friends the other day, like, they keep telling me to do a video. I'm like, girl, y'all will never see that video. Like, it's old now. We on to the next song.
It's like come on, we pushing forward. Y'all stuck on my old tracks.
So, yeah, I had Mother Nature out, and it was giving a lot of raspiness, sexiness, sensuality. It was giving, like, the double entendres and the double time, the triple time.
And like, how was it? So you said you come from the music background. Yeah. How was it picking up the pen? So you were picking up the pen like back in the days on Kick, you know, with your quick raps.
I was.
But
I'm screaming.
But how was it different when you picked it up with the intention here on things like Mother Nature? Like you said, the double entendres. Like, did those just come off top of the brain? Was you immediately like, let me get my rhyming bag?
Honestly. Like, it's so crazy to me because I didn't think I could really write for real until I started writing. Oh, okay. And then I started seeing how people notice certain things I would say and how I would say it. And I would be like, to me, that was just bullshit. Like, I was just, I was just going for real.
Like that was really just like shit. That was really like shit.
I don't know. I think over time, I just really wanted my story to get told. And so I was like, I just need to take my time. Take my time and just get the writing. My father was a rapper. Growing up, he had the studio set up.
You was born into this.
Baby. He was a rapper.
You might have been on the piano for all those years, but this was in your car.
This is my DNA. Yeah, we all. My mom's a singer, my grandma, like everybody's in this. Everybody's
third generation.
In it. Yeah. Okay. Everybody is gifted, I would say.
That's so awesome. So now how was it? I love to know, like, what was the perspective from your loved ones and relatives at the time? Because, I mean, you did have your friends who were pushing you to go into it. I mean, that time period of when you're like, oh, no, I'm done with school. That's when you were like, oh, I believe in myself. Were they also so equally believing?
They believed in me. But they weren't going to believe until I believed in me. So
okay. So it was like you had to show that proof.
Yeah, they heard me, but they wanted to see it. So
Okay.
it was like, well, in the meantime, what you gonna do? You gonna be in school or
It's like once you put
gonna
on
get
these
a job?
bills.
It's about that time. Yeah, you gotta start paying this. Like, and it's like I get it, or whatever. If I gotta do that, but it's also like I'm struggling, nigga. Like I don't know if I should be doing this. So it's like I'm having
the real part of the
put
artistry.
on this facade, my nigga. But you know, they came around, and I think they love me.
That's awesome.
They love it now. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like it's like, as I said like earlier, it's about like all these different choices you have to make to even get to the point of saying artist. That's why I appreciate you all so much for getting there, because on top of all of this, you all have to make the music.
Yeah.
And you have to like this is we've yet to talk about the songs. That's why like now I want to dive into the music, because all of those things are the before you even have to sit down, write the track, get it mixed, produce it, drop it, all of these things.
You be talking. you be preaching.
It's so real, because the process is deeper than I feel a lot of us know, because we just see the drop online. We see your social media push for the album. We don't get to see the other part. And I mean, from the standpoint of the music now, what after you got that sound with Savoy, what was it like putting those first tracks out? Like what was the feeling?
Oh, okay. So the first project was called Nostalgia. That's what we dropped. And that was a coming of awareness, a whole lot of awareness. So on there, my first project, I had the third on I'm Cocky Now. Yep. Just basically me just being in my bag. And just like, all right, I'm here. Now I'm in the foundation. Now I got this validation that I need. So now I'm cocky. Now talk to me nice. I got another song on there called Lakeshore Cruising, and that was more of my vulnerable pieces when I mentioned my granddad. I mentioned my parents and not, really wanting me to do music for real. Only do music, wanted me to have a beat playing, basically.
Yeah, it was like, this is a hobby, but what's
So
know that feeling.
Our process was just being in the studio, and he would just cook up, and we'd just come up. I hear some shit pretty quick. He loved a quick hi-hat. And
it's like, okay, we got the beat.
Going, we got it. So I like to start with the melody. I like to start from the beginning of the beat. So if I'm listening to the beat, I need to come in. I'm already envisioning it, okay? So I come on, and I come in with either some type of intro into the verse, intro into the hook, but it needs to feel like I'm setting the story up, you know?
And during this part, not to cut you off too quickly, but during this part, for someone who's also a rapper and a singer, have you already made the decision on which you're going to go into first, or is it always going to be one or the other?
As far as like what, like which song gonna be this?
So I was about to say, so if you get that beat, do you automatically know if that's a rap or singing beat, or while you're like making that little intro part, you like, I always just got to sing something out first, and then I'll decide later if I'm a add to it or something like that. How does that process go for you?
Nowadays, it's been a bit of both. So like, let's see. Last night I was working on a song, and I already knew the beat was giving like R&B drillish. So it starts from the picking up the beats, you know?
So like that beat, you're like, okay, I already have a flow. Yeah. And then have you decided if it's a sing or a rap flow yet? Or is that like, you gotta come out? I do it at the same time. Okay. Literally at the same time I sing. So it's like, we'll try it in both.
Yeah. Like that, I think that's really me fostering my specific sound. Not just choosing rapping or singing, but rapping it down.
And it's like, I might sing halfway through this verse.
Just put some tone on it. Like, put some flavor on it. So I think now I'm starting to come with that delivery so that it could stamp my sound.
Awesome.
So that's what
I'm like creating your own voice. Okay, cool. We can dive right back into it. I just wanted to know, because I'm just like, when you're setting that up, I love to know like how you're gonna approach it when you have more than one talent that you can bring to the mic.
I just go with what feels good right there. Sometimes it might just be some slick chords, and the chords just sound like they need some singing over, or some dungeon singing. I need to or maybe I got some fast shade. I just need to double my rap. So it just really depends on what it's telling me. I listen to the beat. I listen to how the producer is doing the drums, and really listen for the melody of the bass. Bass melody is very, very important.
Got it. So a lot of it has already happened before. Like that. Once the beat is picked, there's so many things solidified in that moment. That's awesome. Okay. So after you got that beat, you got that intro where you're trying to hook them, where you're trying to tell that story. What else is your process in the studio?
Now we trying to figure out how we finna get groovy. So before, I used to want to figure out like the hook, But now I'm just like, I want to get into the story first, and then I'm going to just figure out the hook and shit later, because I have a problem with making my verses sound like hooks.
So it's like, damn, I don't want people to like accidentally start singing in the middle of the verse.
And I'm like, it didn't, the structure is kind of getting lost at that point. So right now I am currently trying to figure out what's my structure now. But before, it would probably be the typical A, B, A, B, or A, B, B, just depending on what the form was. But for the songs I did for Nostalgia, it was given like, what was it given? It was just given straight on through. Just straight on through, because I didn't really, perfect that formula at that time yet. So
those first tracks were just like, we just gotta give.
We just finna write, and we just finna feel.
And what were some of the like different names you tried out during these time periods, or did you always know it was gonna be NaomiG? Like,
okay, I did always know it was gonna be NaomiG. However, I didn't know it was gonna be NaomiBig G. Okay. Like NaomiG, no space. Yeah, until I started distributing my music, and I would see that people would separate the G from my name. And it's like, the G stands for my last name, which is Graham. I need that G to be a part of my name, because in my family, like, if you a Graham, you a Graham. That's our legacy. Like, we heavy on it. And it also stands for gangster, because I'm real.
It's like you wanted it all to be tied in here. It's like NaomiG.
Big G. NaomiBig G. It's giving that. It's giving big energy. And yeah, I feel like that big G just it shows my light. So I over time, when I was distributing, I would see, like, even Apple Music would try to separate my music.
And it's like, no, I want that capitalized on the end, stylized the way I gave it to you.
Yeah, just how I gave it to you. Because that's how I gave it to you.
It's like, how hard is it? We know where the...
Just read it.
Hit shift and hit G.
Take it for what it is, baby. But my name has pretty much, I always want Naomi. That's awesome. Yeah.
So like this was your offering to everyone. It was the nostalgia. You was ready with the NaomiG name, and that was like you really stepping out onto this, like truthfully into your whole faith-based thing. 'Cause it was like, yo, is there ground here? I imagine it was a little shaky or scary in those moments, but like you did it, which is so awesome.
Yeah, it was only shaky because I was worried about how people who knew me would view me. That was literally
I feel like that's usually the biggest part of it. Where I'll be like, I'm thinking about the maybe 20 people who I know in real life, where in reality it's gonna be hundreds of people who I don't know who are really gonna see this.
No, for real. Why am I worrying about?
I'm so worried about this one person from high school looking at this like, oh, what are they gonna think? How did that even enter my brain?
And I still be thinking about that too.
And it's like, how does that enter my brain when I know that like this is gonna get thousands of views in an entirely different medium? They'll probably never see it. That person who I'm thinking about will probably never see it.
Like, come on, do better, Naomi. Like, stop. You gotta knock that shit out your head. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Get that out your head.
100%. I feel that.
Shit, goddamn.
No, I want to ask you some creative questions here. We talked about your sound and how you've been coming up with your unique sound that is for you. I want to know, like, where does it come from, I guess, in your past? Like, what artist, not are you trying to emulate, but I guess, like, what's the path that you placed for yourself to, like, get there? I guess, like, when you were trying to figure out artistry, or you were trying to figure out how exactly you were going to be in a studio or things like that. Who are you watching?
Who are I looking at? Who's I looking at? Well, for starters, when it comes to like the R&B sound, I love 2000s R&B.
Yes.
I love 2000s R&B. And also I came up in 2000 R&B, so it was like...
You heard me playing the Take Me There. Come on.
Yeah, it's a vibe. Like, I love Sierra. Like, one of my favorite songs by her is Promise.
Yes.
That's my shit.
Promise and oh my God. I remember the first time I heard I remember the first time.
Oh my God. And I, baby, like...
We had a time.
Baby.
We had a time.
So like that was my start with like R&B. I love The Dream, Twisted. I love a lot of Chicago legends. For my most updated sound, like the people I listen to, Chicago artists. Like I fucking love John Doe. I love all my friends. I love her. Like Cold as Hell, my friends, like even just Trey, Sakara, SOS. The people I was listening to during that time, people I was surrounding myself by, Young Savoy, like it was very in home. It was very in home. And then I found like a year later, that's when I started listening to Doja. Everybody started comparing me to Doja, and Doja my bitch. But also, I started my sound before I even knew who she was.
It was like, hey, I found this separately. It was not intentional. I don't really hear any similarities, I'd say. But I mean, I intentionally look for the uniqueness as well as like I agree about the city. Like I love hearing the city, and that's what even inspires me to do something that's not even musical. Is to hear you all doing the music. So like, it's so awesome to even hear you say that like those are the people that are even inspiring your sound or helping you today.
And I don't see a lot of people actually say that, though. I see a lot of people say a lot of big name artists and everything like that. And it's like, that's cool and all. But when I'm actually thinking about the frequencies of music and what I chose to, provide for my music, it's deeper. Like, it's more personal. I can't really relate to a lot of people that I don't know, for real. Like, I relate from experience. And I relate from the people who I surround myself with. And it's really just that. So my friends are my inspirations. Like, so awesome. The people who I see in Chicago, like, they are my inspirations. 100%. Like, that's yeah, so I'm there. That. I just love all that. I love the way we deliver. I love the way our dialect, our vernacular. The words we use. Just a bunch of shit. Like, it's very much so in home.
Yeah. Oh, that's so awesome. See, I love Chicago so much. So even just to hear that is so great. Yeah. This is actually a question that I ask to everyone who comes on because the answer varies so intensely for everyone. Okay. What do you do to keep up with your creativity to make sure that it's ready to go? Like, is it so some people when they like get up to a mic, they might be burnt out, or like when you're trying to write, you might be burnt out. All those different things. How do you ensure that you're not like living or existing in the burnout space?
I gotta hurry up and cut it. I gotta hurry up and cut the record. Like, if I
it's the overthinking that gets it for you. Okay,
absolutely. I gotta hurry up. I'm cursing. Like, is this okay?
You're fine. You're fine.
I just gotta hurry up and get it out my system. I need to let it off. So if I hear a beat and I love it and I need to write to it, I hurry up and I write to it. And then I have to hurry up and just get a demo for it. Now, that don't mean I have to mix the song or get it mastered right then and there. I just probably want to sit with it because I need to hear how it sounds out of my body. Like, I just need to hear what I'm sounding like to myself. So I just cut that and I just, I pretty much just follow that. I follow that. What was the original question?
The question was just, how do you take care of your creativity? I mean, like, and for you, it sounds like you take care of the creativity by not pondering on it. Yes. It's not something you're going to sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to just meticulously stay in my brain on one verse for a whole day.
And just trust yourself. Like, the stuff that you creating is, that's you. Like, stay 10 toes down on your stuff and your sound. And people going to be very much so convinced. Like, they going to listen to you very well if it sounds convincing, if you're confident in it. And I think starting off with the specific, like, indie, like, genre, of Chicago, it is a little hard because our main scene, like, people want to listen to Chicago, they want to listen to drill.
I was about to say, drill took off so intensely, and they still love it.
They love it, like, drill.
But we're so diverse. There is everything. I'm talking, name the genre, I will show you a Chicago artist who's making it. I'm telling you. Like, from 100 followers to 10,000 followers, I can show you everybody in between who's making every genre.
I'm telling you, literally, I agree with you 100%. Like, I don't, no, disrespect or whatever, all disrespect, I don't care. But it's just still, like, there's so many aspects to Chicago music, so the Chicago music scene in general. So just listening to who you feel comfortable listening to, and don't have to, fit yourself for a certain sound or mold yourself into somebody you're not. Follow what you around, and also... Yeah, right. Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. And I was gonna say one more thing. I guess it's just the same answer. Everybody probably says you need to just listen. Make sure you listen. Studying the greats. Studying what you need to study.
I was about to say,
study the way people come on the track.
I was about to say, how much does it play a part in research? How much does researching play a part in your, like, revamping your creativity, like getting yourself ready to create? Like, do you like need those research points? Do you like to, like, watch old interviews of people or maybe performances?
It's a bit of everything. YouTube is my best friend.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I pay for premium. I preach the premium
but
gospel.
I do need to pay for premium. I would not be
I'm not gonna lie. There have been people who've come on this show and I've converted to YouTube premium purchases because it's so worth it.
You might get me.
But the thing is, do a family plan. Like, get you like 4 or 5 people. Okay. It's cheap if you get the family. I'm on a family plan. I think we pay like $40 for the whole year.
True. Okay,
each.
That's
like, what?
That's decent.
Not a commercial in sight. Not a commercial. But you were saying you're on YouTube. You're on YouTube
a lot. You might
be
on to something. Yeah, I'm on YouTube a lot. I love watching music podcasts. I love watching people speak games. I love watching writing sessions. This year, I had the opportunity to get some placements. Like, I didn't get the placements, but I had the opportunity to. I reached out to this label that I've been fishing for, and I started just looking at the type of artists that's under their label, and one of the artists is she does amazing things, all different types of, like, R&B, rap, she don't be rapping, but she'll put some hook on some.
Yeah, it's like you can hear it. You like, I know you could do it.
Yeah,
like,
she'll lace you. She could though, I bet. But I just started looking at the writing session, just seeing the process. Like I see a bunch of different artists. They go in and they just into the booth and they just instantly get the freestyle and they instantly get the cooking. I see artists who don't like anybody into their sessions, anybody in the studio space.
They're like, no, it's just me in here.
I see
like
people
me
who got
and the
hella
engineer.
motherfuckers.
Like,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm not opposed to having like hella people in it, but a good 2 people.
It's like everybody kind of got to have a function.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah
well, I mean,
sure.
I mean, everybody would have to have a function because I mean, and I read this in one of your interviews, and I wanted to know if it was still true. Are you still a 1-woman team? Like, is it just you doing everything? That's so commendable. That's so commendable.
That's crazy.
But like from that standpoint, I can see how like you probably don't need that many people around in the studio. It's like, what you doing here?
As far as like writing and stuff, you asking like, I write for myself. I have every once in a while I have people like in a room, and I'm like,
it's like I need a suggestion. Maybe I just need your energy. Yeah,
give me that.
Things like that.
And they'll give it to me. But yeah, I just be going, man. I just be going. I be cooking shit up, man. Just hoping it sound good. Like
that's so awesome.
But I had the opportunity to reach out to the label. The A&R reached back out to me personally. She was like, I heard the demos. I love what you was doing. Da da da. And then she sent me a pack of beats from producers under the label, and it was about like 12 beats. Very overwhelmed, but very blessed. Like, oh my.
I was like, oh wow,
look,
this is.
I was like,
what am I supposed to do with the blessing once I get it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I was like, the fact that she heard my before demo, I was like, okay, there's something there, So I went through it and I picked the songs that I wanted to do, and I personally love them. When I sent it back to her, she reached back out and she was like, she didn't really feel moved by them, and she was like, I think you could benefit from trying newer melodies and da-da-da-da-da. And that's when I just started, like, there was another songwriter I was following on Instagram, and I reached out to her because I responded to the A&R lady, and I was just like, bet. Like, I appreciate the feedback. I'm going to get to cooking again. I'm going to go back to the drawing board, just very, absolutely. And probably months went by, and I reached out to a songwriter who I was already following, and I was like, because she had got a few placements with City Girls and Summer Walker and stuff, and I was just like, what's the tea? Like,
it's like, come on, I need the guidance.
What's the tea? Because I didn't want to ask the A&R, like, but I'm a student, and I want to be a student, and I just pretty much asked her, and she responded back quick.
That's
and
awesome.
She sent me like. She gave me hella tips.
She was like, here's the game.
Yeah.
This is what you need. This is why she said this. This is why she said that. Oh, and it was like I love that. I love that. Just doing your research, reaching out to people, getting different inputs, doing your research on people that you see, though, as well. Like, doing your homework. And just allowing for life to teach you. Allowing for you to just remain a student and just to take it in. And I think I'm very good at that. It seems like you are willing to go ahead and get everything you need done for your music. And it's so awesome because it's like to know that you're doing most of this or a lot of this on your own, like it's just so crazy because you're the one who's really reaching out and then going over here and then doing this and then prepping your drops and getting all the music ready and all of that.
And I'm not mad at that.
I mean, it's so awesome to see though. I mean, like it's truthfully, I see how much you believe in yourself and it's so awesome to see.
Thank you. I ain't mad at it. I hope and I pray for the right team to come along. I just recently finished a book by, what's his name? Ty? I forgot what was his last name. But it was just a music business book. But it wasn't no regular music business book. It was very modern.
It was like, this is what's happening right now.
Yeah,
let me tell you.
Brent Faiyaz's manager. And he was talking about the industry of the music. And I was like, damn, like, what matters is having people who believe in you early on. Like, you believe in yourself and people gonna come along and they gonna help you out. And I have been. I'm a one person, team, but I'm blessed. Like, I still have hella producers and engineers.
It's like you still have friends
John
and people
I got
who
Foundation. I work for So Far Sounds. Like, I do a lot of stuff. So it's like I'm surrounded by a bunch of different things. That is my team. That is my community. And once it gets to a point where I need to just put my foot on, shit, I feel like
okay,
the universe,
now we need to hire you and hire you. It's like,
I feel like the universe
now I need your undivided attention.
The universe gonna bring it to my way. But right now, I'm just trying to put that groundwork in because if you really think about it, I just started doing it 4 years ago. To people who don't, know what I was doing beforehand, like. I just started doing it, so I'm still a baby in the industry, and I'm not mad at it. But I know a lot. And I was about to
say, you're moving, moving wise above that. Like it's crazy.
I know a lot, but I'm very gracious and I'm very like realistic, and I day by day. This shit is hard. It's very hard.
I mean, I bet. And I mean, and as I was saying, like, to think that you handle a lot of this on your own and do a lot of it yourself, I do want to dive into this. Lastly, you have a new single out.
Yes.
And the promotion for it's great. The song itself is great. I want to dive into it in kind of the context of like everything we just talked about, like how your writing goes, how you enjoy to create, and how it even goes down to like you releasing the song. Yeah. How was that process with this one? Like, was the writing the same? How did this one start? What's the producer?
Okay, so this song is special because it's one of my updated sounds. Now, usually artists, when we drop stuff, it's probably like it's been in the vault.
Oh yeah, it's been in the vault.
It's been in the vault.
Been chilling.
But I just this is one of my later sounds, so it's like,
oh wow, so this is like quick one, needed a single.
Yeah,
like okay.
let me drop it. Like I feel good about this. The person who produced this, I met him at a writing camp. His name is V. Pierre. It was a bunch of artists, rappers, singers, and one space. It was huge. It was a nice big Airbnb.
Just a little boot camp.
Studios in every room. I was like, yes. You know, I had to pay nothing. I had to pay no food
That's
or nothing,
awesome.
no
This
drinks.
literally just wake up and I'm gonna start recording.
Just start writing
That's
in
so
my
beautiful.
bedroom. Like who in there singing? Like, you know, it was just.
It's like I hear something over there. I can write something to that, and then I'll step out of here. That sounds so freeing. That just sounds awesome.
It was perfect. And I met VPR there, and since we left the session, well, you know, the whole camp, he reached back out to me, and he was just like, I appreciate you, da-da-da, because we had worked on some records at the camp. And it's not my songs, but hopefully them bitches get out. But he reached out, he sent me some stuff, and he sent me 2 beats, probably more than that, and one of the beats, I always pay attention to how producers label their beats, because I just love it. Like, Young Savoy put me on to that, because he used to name his shit the craziest stuff.
I love,
like the craziest,
love a random
like
producer.
Chicken ass,
yes.
or egg rolls, or smack that ass.
The amount of beats I have on my computer where you're just like, what the hell does this mean?
Yes. But it's still like, who knows? It could be anything. Like,
and it'd be the best beat you ever heard. And this shit is called Chicken Salad Sandwich. 4.
And I'd be like, yes, I'm going to take that name. I'm going to take that title. But this beat is called Bebe Revisited. And I just
couldn't go with that for the final.
I just like Bebe. Like, Bebe was giving like, bae. Like, Bebe. And then during that period, I had just started like really getting serious with my guy. So I was like, I need a song that can represent me coming from my poly life into this more committed life. And I was like, let me just get a little vulnerable, but also still say, like, tonight I'm yours, but tomorrow I might not be. I might be a couple
like,
red flags. Like, you might see some red flags.
Temper your expectations. But right now,
we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna get into it. So yeah, I like that song the most because I love how the beat come in, and I instantly come in with the hook, like, if it is okay with you, I'll tell you my every move. It just feels good. Like, I'm gonna tell you my every move. I don't want to waste no time. I'm giving you a piece of mine. And then after that, I said, send a note that you wrote on the low. It's okay. Like, it's fine. Fucking with me, you won't waste no time. I won't waste my life. Tonight I will be yours. And the hook, the verses really just talks about, like, are you gonna be okay with that? I just want to get right. I know you want to get right. This just feels good right now. So let's just bask in it. And by the second verse, what was he saying? Yeah, just the things that he loves about me and the things that I know other people love about me. Like, people love my tone and my sexuality, like the sexiness. And it's like, I love that too, because it's like, it's liberating. It's liberating, and it feels good, and it feels like I got superpowers. Like, I got superpowers, and I know exactly what to do with it. I know how to just dangle it around you a little bit, but still take that bitch away if I need to, if you don't know what to do with it. Like, it's giving all that. So,
and you put all of this into a song. Like, how do you even like write that? Like, in the sense of like, was this one of those like you had to just go in the studio and start like going for it, or like did you write it at the crib when it hit you?
The hook in the first verse at the crib.
Okay.
And I had posted the demos of it, and I was like, I'm looking for features for the song and stuff, and I couldn't.
So we got the second verse because like it was just like, okay, who we need on this?
I couldn't find no feature for real. Like, so I couldn't find a feature for it, and I was just like, you know what? Oh my God, he probably said it too. I don't know. Somebody said it. I was like, let me just do it, and let me just see where it leads me. And that's when I started really getting into it. I started really taking this second verse and building it, and with this song specifically, I was really singing. And for my other songs, what I usually do. I don't really like be belting and singing. Like that's not where I came
this one,
from.
it's giving ballad.
Yeah,
it's very,
it was giving
very
ballad.
raw energy.
That's what I wanted though. I wanted to still give like that raspiest, rappy shit, but also give it some for the R&B people, like just for the R&B heads, and just
that's
for
awesome.
that. So I was like, I need to add some background, open some melodies up, some ad libs, and my engineer, he was just like, yeah, he specialized.
He was just like, add everything.
Yeah, he specialized in doing all that backgrounds. Yeah, and we did it. And it worked out so well. I'm so proud of that song. It feels good. I think it represents me very well. Just down to what I'm talking about, down to the melodies I was using, down to how I chose to deliver the melodies, and how I chose to close the song out. At the end of the song, I wanted to like a little voice note, like, don't be weary, like I'm here, I'm yours, like tonight. And it brought me back to when I did Nostalgia, my very first project, and on one of the songs, well, it's just a straight interlude, it's called Recalling, and it was just me just recalling and recollecting what I had been going through at the time. So it felt good to bring that back around for this release, because I haven't dropped in like almost a year. So it felt good to bring that back in here and give people something to hear, because they see me do music and they see me online, but I don't think they really see me talk for real.
Yeah,
and
so
I think I should do more of that.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm here for
That's
it.
exactly
As
what
a fan, I'm here for
it. I need to talk my shit.
Hey, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Look, thank you so much for creating music that we get to listen to. Like, I love the fact that the people who I get to talk to here are the people who are in my headphones. Yes. I've been listening to your music all week, and I love it so much. And to just like now finally get to sit with you, it's so great. And especially off the heels of like this recent drop. Yes. I love it so much. So thank you so much for just creating.
Thank you for having me. You are doing amazing things here, for real.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Keep letting your gifts use you. Keep letting your voice guide you, because we need you.
Hey, look, I'm going to keep trying to get as many people as I can in here to talk about their art, because I love the fact that you all get to share your stories here. And thank you so much for sharing yours. Now, what should people be looking for next? What is coming up next? This will probably be dropping end of the year, top of next year. So like, what should they be looking out for?
A video.
Okay.
So
okay.
I'll be yours tonight.
Awesome.
I just want to drop stuff and not worry about all the money, because I'm a one-person team, y'all. So we a little slow with it. Slower. We ain't too slow, but we slower with it. And I want to just keep dropping stuff so I can get the streams up, get the people, the listeners in, get the audience to just roll in and stuff.
Definitely.
So
awesome.
My goal is just to keep giving y'all that hot shit, that G sounds, the G's of the sounds.
Look, well, we are here for it. We cannot wait for it. I'm going to make sure that we have something playing here for the outro. So what track do you want to give them? You want to give them I'll Be Yours tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Look, you all are hearing that play in the background. Thank you so much, NaomiG, for coming on. Naomi Big G. Thank you so much for coming on this show. Make sure you all at home are listening to this music. Make sure you are listening to this track that you're hearing play in the background. Make sure you're tuning into everything that we drop over here. Make sure you tune in next week for another podcast here. Make sure you play this for your mama, your sister, your daddy, your granddaddy. Play it for your aunt, your uncle. Play it for your house while it settles. Put it in your pocket and turn the volume all the way down and give me a stream. Yes, come on, play it. Play it on Lakeshore when you got your sneaky links. Come on, play it for everybody. G, play it for everybody.
They need it too.
Hey, look, make sure you tune in next week for another episode of Miseducation of Music. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Awesome. Thank you.